It's Madden NFL 22, and tonight's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the reigning Super Bowl champs and the Colts on Monday Night Prime Time.
These folks in the Circle City, they love their Colts, and they have packed the house tonight as we welcome you to Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys. And I don't think from what we saw down on the field before the game, there's any doubt they're ready to roll.
They pass the eye test, don't they? This team looks fired up and ready to play.
Greg Zuerlein now. He'll handle the honors to get us started. And we are underway from Indianapolis. Taken at the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. As we get a peek at the number 2 overall pick from the 2016 draft, standing at 6'5", Carson Wentz.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
last week's game.
Good. 4 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you're going to give him another chance?
I'm going to give him another shot.
All right, I think the ratio is pretty good. He'll try to eliminate the interception.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long. To throw, it's Wentz. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Now we'll see what the right arm of Dak Prescott has in store as the Dallas Cowboys offense sets up shop.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, accentuate the positive. That's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
A give to Elliott. And he's got room. The 20. And all the way down to the 9.
Here we go.
41 yards on the ground for him so far. Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there. Now Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Cowboys on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. One play, 2 plays, touchdown. That's all it took there. A very short and sweet drive that got him in the end zone. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. On the return, Deontay Harris. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys.
But that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Here's Isaiah Rodgers to return.
Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter.
And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And his throw here's incomplete.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Wentz. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How to get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
2nd and 5.
From the shotgun, again to Elliott. Elliott a first down and more. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
94 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating him up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, not get loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
On 2nd down, Elliott. He'll get 3 up to midfield.
This defense for the Colts, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, What do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. 4th down, Prescott. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and this defense will take over right at midfield. He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot, maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that, and oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch a pass.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Let's go. A gain of 17 yards. And the Colts. Let's go. 1st down.
21-0 our score after 1.
The score Cowboys 21.
2nd quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Throwing is Wentz. His throw incomplete.
I'll tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, there's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle.
32-yard line. That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and
Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. And this is going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Rodrigo Blankenship for the Colts field goal. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. Blankenship's kick is good. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline and take the points.
Man, that ain't make no sense.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Wentz going to give this to Taylor. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Now a give to Taylor. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. The Colts on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman. And the Colts are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Complete to Michael Pittman. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Now Wentz. Flushed out right. And he takes this one in for the Colts touchdown. Carson Wentz. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. That seemed like a much-needed touchdown after 21 unanswered points to start the game.
It's not often that you equate a football game to a golf tournament, but it's like you don't want to shoot yourself out of the tournament too early. So they needed that touchdown to make sure that they got an opportunity to not just get back into this game, but a chance to win it later if they continue to play well.
On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Zeke and the Cowboys ready to begin their next drive.
And he's found the end zone twice, and now I'm guessing he's thinking, hey, let's find it 3 times.
And you got to figure from the defensive perspective, how has he gotten there twice? What are we going to do to keep him out for a 3rd time? How do we tighten things down? Because he and his offensive mates, they are really in sync right now.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 115 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Touchdown, Cowboys! Amari Cooper with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Greg Zerline picking off for Dallas.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Here's Rodgers to return. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Parsons. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Now Zerline on and the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Rodgers on the return. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
Let's take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like...
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turning over 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
To throw is Prescott. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big play that time through the air. 39 yards.
Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the...
Now, I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight. Come on.
Well, here's the call.
After review of the play, ruling on the field stands.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11.
Prescott from the gun. Eluding the pressure right.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
And again, it's Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Prescott. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott.
And the Cowboys are able to add on to their first-half lead.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Here's Rodgers to return.
Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. So they get the 1-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Zerline good with a PAT, and the lead will swell by 1 more. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
And they'll take over with just 18 ticks remaining.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
After 27 yards.
And they run the option on 2nd down. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. A final shot before half for Wentz. Looking for Campbell downfield. And he floated one out there incomplete. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, where you see the final score there. Josh Allen, excellent in the victory, as it's one that pushes his guys 2 games above 500. From there, we head down south to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And it was the visiting Carolina Panthers who were victorious in that one. Christian McCaffrey, a touchdown run in the victory. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville, see what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. And things didn't work out so well as they fall to the visiting New England Patriots. Mac Jones, excellent in the W, as his guys get victory number 12 on the year. With that, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Cowboys. And a big reason why they have this big lead, the running game. They're over 100 yards as a team, and it's been the catalyst for this offense. Meanwhile, for the Colts, the rushing numbers tell a different story. They really couldn't get a whole lot going on the ground. And the evidence? The numbers. Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in the second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point. This is Tony Pollard. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Cowboy offense heading out. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it, it's team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through, and I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play and play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Looking to throw again on second down. Prescott, throw right side, taken in by Gallup. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it'll be fourth down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on third down.
Yeah.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
And all the gamble fails. It's incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 46 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now Wentz gets this to Campbell out on the right side. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 42-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Back to Taylor on 1st down. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. From the gun, it's Wentz. He's going to wind up and air it out. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right. And this score will stay right where it is. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. A 1st down carry by Elliott. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And they're going to have a 3rd down. Here's Prescott. They'll get this out wide here to Elliott. Touchdown! 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys extend their 4th quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Wentz. Forced out to his left. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
On Wentz is intercepted yet again. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. On the return, it's Nyheim Hines. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! The Colts take over 1st and 10.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory. But he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Cowboys have recovered.
That's me!
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And that is incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Now Pollard. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable 4th quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. Steps away to his left. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Dean Lowry. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Rolling to his right. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game because you can it's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt.
Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Wentz, Campbell making the catch. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Micah Parsons. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
And he will not make it to the goal line. It's his try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. On the return is Hines. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Wentz's throw taken in here by Fuller. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Dallas, they improved to 14-2 with still 1 game left to be played in this regular season.